is also not good to see that in the pen where cows are supposed to be calving. Can anybody tell me why? Whenever I show Mildred, or a lot of these girls to be honest, many of you say, like Heather, you can see their bones. Here's my reply. Good. You know who's never been sick? Mildred. You know who is sick? Fatty here. 22 here has what we call a milk fever. So her calcium has been depleted from her blood supply and she's basically paralyzed. A lot of that is due to her overweight condition. You can see the difference between her and Mildred. Now, Heather was very respectful, albeit she still says she doesn't like to see bony animals. And I'll give you this. Mildred is on the leaner side, but she's still a healthy dairy cow. 688 here has a little bit more conditioning on her. Excuse me, girl. But you can still see, compared to 722, look at this. We have a nice W shape. We can see a little bit of her pin bones here, but it's not reduced to nothing. I can't fit my whole fist in between her tailbone and her pin bone, but we can see we have a healthy conditioning score across her back. Compare that to, she is flat across her back. You could put a dinner plate on there. For a dairy cow, that is 100% not good. That is also not good to see that in the pen where cows are supposed to be calving. Can anybody tell me why? That is a very bad sign to see that cow getting rid in this barn, again, where they calve. Who knows why? There's a fine line we toe with these dairy cows compared to beef cows. The amount of energy that these cows are putting out, you could say their output every day in milk production, is huge compared to a beef cow. They're basically super Olympian athletes with the amount of calories they have to consume because of the energy it takes to produce milk. If you get them too fat, like 722, she is going into her 5th lactation. She's sort of a freak in nature. She should not still be doing as healthy as she is, but clearly today we did have a health issue in the form of a milk fever, which you can see she's up, she's doing fine. Milk fevers are easy to treat. But Mildred's never had a milk fever. 688's never had a milk fever. These girls have never had a health problems, even though people like Heather, with respect to Heather, would say they're too bony. They're not. This is their physique. Think of them like a greyhound versus like a chunky Labrador. If you get them too fat, then they are not going to eat the amount of energy. Their body instead is going to burn that body fat, send them into a very highly ketotic state, ruin their liver, and they will die. Why that hasn't happened to 722 yet is beyond me, because it should have with how overweight that cow is. Mildred's on the leaner side of a body conditioning score simply due to her age. It is what it is. She's still very healthy. The thing is, I could completely stop milking Mildred and I could put her on a bigger diet. She's never going to look like 722 is. That's just kind of in her genes and her physique. I think 722 has something in her bloodline that just makes her look more like a beef cow. And to be honest, she doesn't milk as well as a lot of other Holsteins, probably as a result. I do have one other cool thing I want to show you guys up here real quick. So we're kind of talking about Mildred again in this video. Guess what? Mildred's daughter. She's up here in the close-up barn where she's going to calve and then head back down to the barn. She won't be in Mildred's pen, but many of you asked if Mildred had any daughters in the herd, and she has one entering the herd probably within a week or two. You don't look anything like your mama, but still a pretty cool cow. Anyways, Heather, I hope this helps you understand. Bony cows are not bad. Now, if you see a beef cow, let's say you go to a farm that's not a dairy farm, and you see a cow that looks like Mildred, then I would say that's bad. You got to look at the context. On a dairy farm, a cow like Mildred is good. On a beef farm, a cow like Mildred, that's bad. Thanks, Heather. Oh, and that cow that was riding the other one, so the one that was getting ridden, if a cow is pregnant, they will not exhibit a heat in estrus. So the fact that that cow is in heat means she's fertile, which means she is not pregnant. So the odds are that cow will be seeing a trailer out of here soon. So we can discuss that in another video.